Hey everybody, this is Nick from Mecha Warehouse, and today we're back with weekly update number 15. So let's get into it. Let's start off. Usually we start off with week in review. This is the segment where I talk about what's been going on the past week or so, what's upcoming, all that kind of stuff. And let's start off by talking about these shelves. So added to the next shelving section. Last week I set up the week prior, we got the first two up. We got two more up this past Saturday, and hopefully we'll get the last two tomorrow, at least tomorrow from when you're watching this. I'm never going to get used to this temporal stuff. Saturday we will be putting up the final two, and maybe if I'm lucky getting the bin rack up, although that might fall into the following week, and getting the rest of the organizational stuff figured out to maximize some of that space, since things have been kind of packed lately here in the warehouse. So that's good. I'm really excited about that. Shoot, did I not grab those cards? All right. No matter how well I try to prepare for this, I always forget something. So the other new thing this week, a few of you might have already gotten them because some orders that went out Monday had them in there, but we have a new card going in every order we pack. This is one side, pretty cool, nickel models. Did the artwork for that. The other side will be signed by whoever packs the order. Now that I'm not actually packing every order myself, I thought it was a good way to continue that personalization. So going forward, you'll be able to kind of see who packed your order and hopefully have that tie to other individuals here at the warehouse as we kind of grow and all that. The other big thing that happened this week was that huge snowstorm that started Monday evening into Tuesday. And so we ended up closed on Tuesday. So I apologize if anybody's orders were delayed by the storm. It's really unfortunate. I wanted to come in on Tuesday. In fact, I tried. I snowblowed, cleared my driveway. My driveway's on a slope. If you've seen some of our older videos, one of our older videos where we had a shipment come in, you can see how steep it is, and my truck would not make it up the hill. Four-wheel drive and brand new tires, apparently not enough to make it up that hill with a coating of snow on it, and couldn't get out. Tried ice melt, still couldn't get out, and actually ended up sliding when I was backing down after getting halfway up, and got stuck in a snowbank. And by the time I could get help to get it out, it was like mid-afternoon, and it was just not in the cards to come in. So it was a bummer, really frustrating. I was quite irate on Tuesday that I couldn't make it in. But good news is everybody's safe, everything's fine, and those orders did get out on Wednesday. So it is what it is, I guess. The one other kind of thing I should talk about is just this idea of how busy things have been. I've been, I thought I had this image in my head, this kind of like dream, fantasy, whatever you want to call it, of I hire somebody, they're going to pack orders for me, and I'm going to like have so much spare time because of that, 10 hours a week that I don't have to pack orders, that I'm going to be twiddling my thumbs a little bit, wondering what to do, and being able to focus on some of the longer term projects that just never get attention, and start working my way through some of those things. And the first week I knew that wouldn't happen because I'm training the person, and the Mecha Minion, Dylan, is now up to speed, doesn't need a whole lot of my attention to operate. And I still don't feel like I have that time. It's interesting. And I think part of it might be that maybe stuff has just grown to fill that time. I'm not sure. And so I'm trying to figure out how to do better at that, so that way I can have a little bit more time. And I don't know if that's more hours for the Minion. I don't know if it's hiring another person to take on the hours that maybe they can't do. I don't know. I got to figure that out. But I need more time. I'm still slammed, maybe slightly less stressed out and doing a little bit better, getting more done maybe in that same amount of time, but I'm still haven't hit that point where I'm just free, which is unfortunate, but hopefully I'll figure out how to get there. Okay, next up, let's talk about pre-orders. So this might become a segment in some videos going forward. I don't have any specifically new pre-orders to announce this week, but I want to kind of address it because I had a few people asking this week about pre-orders that were kind of confused or not aware that we do offer pre-orders. So the way we do pre-orders right now is all manually. We don't have a spot on the website for it. People send us a DM, an email, whatever it is, and say, hey, I want to pre-order XYZ. I send them an invoice and we take care of it that way. If you're on their Discord, I mentioned the Discord multiple times, the Discord server has a channel. I drop pre-orders in there. I'll probably try to add a pre-orders page on the website at some point in the near future that might help with that. If I start making this a segment, I'll do that. They're not going to be listed on the website in the short term. Long term, I hope to start adding that maybe around the time that we upgrade the website. That project's still ongoing, and I think that would be definitely a time saver for me, not having to manually process those orders, and would be more convenient for a lot of people. But we do offer pre-orders. Next week, I'll probably have a batch of pre-orders to mention in the video, so watch out for that. And if you're ever interested in something that's coming out, feel free to let me know, and I can help you figure out if we have it available for pre-order or when we might have it available for pre-order. I know I got the sheet to order some more pre-orders today, and I just got to go through it, but there were another 15 or 20 brand new exciting kits that will be coming out a little bit later this year, and yeah, you don't want to miss those in the first batch if you're into those particular kits. So next up, let's talk about restocks. Restocks will be interesting this week. Not a lot of kits came in. We got some more in that came in yesterday because of Tuesday. Did they come in yesterday? Yeah, they came in yesterday. Because of Tuesday being like a non-work day, essentially, or at least not work day here, I'm a little bit behind on checking in stuff. And I would have loved to have those kits available for the restock today, but they won't be. So next week you can expect the new core Gundams and a few other cool kits coming our way. This week I've got 2 kits that were added, so not a ton. The Seal Nova, which I don't think is actually a new kit, Seal Nova White, but it's new to Mecha Warehouse. And same thing here, we got the Char Zaku 2 from the high-grade Gundam The Origin line. Any of these high-grade Gundam The Origin kits are really nice. I've heard the Zakus are really good, so worth checking out if you are a Zaku or a Char fan. This week, though, I think what is most exciting is detail parts and decals. So we got tons of Delby decal in. A lot of the accessories that they carry, we got in as well, which makes for an interesting restock if you're into detailing your kits and into water slide decals. I'm not going to show any of the water slide decals. They're way too many to even mention. We probably got like 30 something new water slide or restocked water slides in on this order, 20 to 30 different water slide sheets, something in that range. But we do have multiple options for the PG RX-78 Unleashed, the new Wing Gundam Zero Verka, as well as some old favorites and a few other obscure ones as well. But we also got some detail parts back in stock and some new ones too. So if you've saw these before, we'll see if these packaging might be too. There's a blue one. This one might show up better. Maybe the lighting's a little bit bright, but this is basically a beam saber that lights up. It's got a little battery thing, I believe, in it that kind of powers it. So those are cool. They come in 5 different colors: red, green, blue, yellow, and pink, I believe. So we got those in. We also got some verniers and spikes and stuff. So we got these ones are basically restocked. These are little shoulder spikes for like the Zaku. They're metal. So sharper detail. A lot of people will take the spike out of the kit and replace it. Those are both in 1/44 and 1/100 scale. There are also some new longer. Let's see if these show up okay. These are a longer, thinner kind of design that we got as well, new to the store. We got the verniers back in stock. These are the little thruster bells. We got black as well as the silver metallic, whatever you want to call it, colors. We also got in a variety of stuff. This is definitely worth checking out, the restock list. Some interesting things that we haven't had before, some that we might not carry again, depending on how well they do. But it'd be really worth your time to check out. Okay, let's move on to Q&A. So, Q&A, I love answering questions. I mention this every time, or try to. Hopefully doing a better job of being consistent at this. If you have a question for me, whether it be about Mecha Warehouse, about myself, about Gunpla, about, I don't know, pretty much anything, feel free to ask it down in the comments below. I would be really excited to answer your question and help give you some insight into my world. So I've got 4 questions today. Some of these are leftovers from last week and 1 new one. So this week, first up, Shay Santiago asks, would you be willing to show how you pick ding and dent winners? In the future, I'd love to actually shoot a video. I think I have a video from when I did dings and dents back in when I was in my house. I do it a little bit differently now. And it would be great if I could go through the process and screen capture and talk about it and all that stuff. I'm probably not going to do that today just for sheer time because it's I'm a little bit crunched. But the short version here is basically the way we do dings and dents is I put the items up on the Discord. There's a channel for that. I post a picture. I list whichever kit or kits are the deals for the day. And people react with the little logo reaction, the Mecha Warehouse logo on the picture or on the name of the kit that they want. So when it comes time to draw, I have a number. Usually it's like in the 40s, 50s, 60s, depending on how popular the kit is and how many people wanted it. But let's say I had 53 people wanting a kit and there's a lot of 4. I would draw against that number 53 and pick 4 random numbers between 1 and 53. I then go down the list of reacts. You can open up the react screen and see the list of people who are interested. And I literally just count down from the first one. And let's say the third person got it. I'd count 1, 2, 3. Third person is on the list, etc. And then I make the post to say that who the winners were. It's basically as simple as that. I don't do anything fancy to deal with one person winning multiple kits. It's possible to win. If I had 4 different kits up in a lot for that day, it's possible to win all 4 kits. Doesn't happen very often, but I don't do anything fancy to prevent that. I don't fudge odds based on how recently somebody won. Some people win a lot. Some people don't win as much. I suspect the people that win more often probably play more often and enter 4 more kits, but it's literally just luck. Some people have dry spells and then win 3 things in quick succession, and other times people win more consistently. It's totally random. The only thing that you can really do to increase your odds is to enter 4 more kits. Okay, next up, this one's from last week. Drew Picard says, here's a fun question for you. What's your favorite Gundam series, OVA movie, both to watch and to build? So I've answered this a bunch of times. I feel like my answer changes every time I answer it. Maybe, kinda, sorta. Gundam Wing has a special place in my heart because it was the first Gundam series for me. I didn't realize for the longest time that there were really other Gundam series, or that many, when I was younger. And so Gundam Wing will always be kind of a favorite for me. I love the kits from it, and it's a great series. I think 8th MS Team is probably my next favorite, and definitely for building, 8th MS Team is really cool, especially wanting to play with things like weathering and detailing and that kind of stuff, because it's so grounded and so down to earth. It's a lot more plausible in a lot of ways than some of the other series out there, and I think that gives it something that it's easier to connect with, and I think it's more interesting to build, the what if these giant walking robots were real. what would they look like? I think 8th MS Team is the closest we're going to get to that. All right, next up, Searchlight says, is there a mech series that exists without models that you wish had kits of some sort, and would you consider carrying them? So, honestly, I don't know. I'm sure that there's a series that has that doesn't have models. I don't really necessarily know what it is. I think it would be really cool. The old some of the old video games that had robots. I'm thinking like Earth Siege, Star Siege. What else? Mech Warrior. There probably are Mech Warrior kits though. But some of those robots would be pretty cool to see exist as a model kit. I'm not sure what else though. So anybody who's watching, maybe you guys have your finger on the pulse or have tried looking for something and haven't been able to find it. What series are you looking for a kit that you haven't been able to find one? And maybe we can start building that database. All right, one more question. Last one for today. MWG says, knowing what you know now, is there anything you wish you would have done differently when you started selling Gunpla? This is a great question. There's a lot there to unpack. So the short version is probably not, just because I think a lot of the mistakes I've made caused me to learn lessons, and had I not made those mistakes, I wouldn't have learned the lesson. And so I kind of wouldn't change how I got here for anything. The one thing that I kind of wish I knew when I started though is how much work a lot of this stuff would be. I mean, I'm putting in 40 to 50 hours probably right now, easy, maybe more, into just Mecha Warehouse, let alone the time I spend running my karate school and stuff like that. My wife is spending easily 20, maybe 30 hours a week helping me doing admin stuff. I've got an employee doing 10 hours a week right now, soon to be hopefully more. And with all that in mind and all those hours that are going into it, it's not like I'm making enough money to pay myself and my wife a full-time salary to equal out to that. And it's not that lucrative, at least not yet. At some point it hopefully will be as we achieve scale. But the one thing I kind of wish I knew is that how high that bar is in order to get to that profitable range. I mean, I'm used to being able to make a decent amount of money from my consulting efforts in the past, and I'm nowhere close. What I'm trying to pay myself is less than what I made when I got out of school, and I don't think I'm quite actually making that. I'm hopefully not bleeding the business dry too fast. So that would have been interesting to know. That might have impacted things, and I guess knowing which suppliers to go with would have been nice up front rather than wasting time with some of these suppliers that kind of weren't great in the beginning, back before I started with Bluefin, etc. So I think that kind of takes us to the end of the video here. I don't have that much else to say. Thank you all for watching. Definitely check out the restocks this week. If you haven't yet, I haven't asked for this very often, hit that like button and subscribe. It would mean the world to me and help you see this and future videos that we do. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Have a great day.